Women's orgasm claims do not result in more sex. Let's imagine, for a moment, that men and women have the same level of responsiveness, orgasm frequency. Even so, it is unlikely that two people would have exactly the same responsiveness because responsiveness varies between individuals. There would inevitably be times when one or other person wanted more sex. There would be many complaints from women of all ages that they were not getting enough sex. This does not happen. Alfred Kinsey found a correlation between male responsiveness and the age at which they became adolescent, defined by a boy's first ejaculation. Men who became adolescent before the age of 12 were about twice as responsive, their orgasm frequencies were twice as high as men who became adolescent at a later age. A single man engages in intercourse with different partners and masturbates regularly. But Kinsey found that once men married, they masturbated less as they substituted intercourse with their wives. But different individuals have varying levels of responsiveness. So married men's intercourse frequencies should be affected by their wives' responsiveness. This is not the case. Kinsey was surprised to find that there was exactly the same correlation between age of adolescence and orgasm frequency for married men as for single men. This means that couples have intercourse with frequencies that depend solely on a man's responsiveness. A woman's responsiveness has no impact on the amount of intercourse a couple engages in. So regardless of women orgasm claims, there is no positive effect on a couple's intercourse frequencies. Women who claim to orgasm are no more amenable to intercourse than other women. Nor do they initiate intercourse more than women who know orgasm is impossible. Kinsey also found couples have intercourse with a regularity that is not matched by any other activity that women engage in. He found that women orgasm through masturbation or lesbian activities only once every 2 to 3 weeks. It is highly unlikely that women have an orgasm by any means every time a man has one because of their lower responsiveness. Young couples have intercourse on average between 2 and 4 times a week, but by 40 this drops to once a week because of the decline in male responsiveness. The vagina is involved in reproduction, and so we assume that it must also have a role in causing female orgasm. But this does not follow. Female orgasm is quite separate from the reproductive process. Men assume that because reproduction involves a woman being penetrated, she must thereby experience arousal and orgasm. Such a situation would be very convenient to the male because it would make a woman more sexually willing. Women who boast about orgasm with a lover often dismiss masturbation for being inferior. They are confident to do so because, despite the research findings that female orgasm is achieved via masturbation, they know that men are much more interested in women's response with them than alone. These women obviously don't appreciate that the research indicates they have almost certainly never had a real orgasm. No woman is called dysfunctional for not masturbating. It is only orgasm with a lover that is political because of men's desire for women to be enthusiastic about sex. The willingness of some women to provide male turn-ons by suggesting that male fantasies are a reality make it difficult for couples to find answers. The fact that women do not respond as men think they should makes sex taboo. Women provide turn-ons that are directed towards getting what women want. This is sometimes called prick teasing because a woman's objective is not to provide male sexual satisfaction but merely to titillate. If women wanted sex, they would walk around naked all the time and display themselves for male appreciation. Women are modest about appearing naked because they know men will want sex. So they take steps to avoid it. Heterosexual men rarely look after their looks. Enhancing attractiveness is an effeminate behavior associated with gay men. Movies even make fun of guys for being unattractive either in looks or the way they behave. Men never give a thought to why a woman would want to be intimate with someone with little personal hygiene and who makes no effort to keep in shape or dress attractively. Men assume that attraction only works one way, from man to woman, because intercourse relies only on a man's erection. A woman's body sustains others. Her breasts feed the baby and her vagina satisfies a man's sexual needs. A woman may feel loved just because she is needed by those she loves. A woman can enjoy the ability of her body to provide a man with the sexual release that he needs. Women may assume their vagina is a sex organ because it provides men with so much pleasure. Many women don't like the idea of teenage or adult children having sex in their home. The idea of sexual activity is offensive to them unless it is linked to the commitment of a serious relationship. Women seem to require sexual activity to occur in the context of an emotional connection. This is further evidence that women never experience responsiveness.